Alright, what's going on? I finally get to finish up the Razor as far as pretty much converting it into an S suspension. And this was it. I wanted to get S shocks for a while. I didn't know really what direction I wanted to go with. I was about just to bite the bullet on some basic Phantoms. But got a good deal on these. These are the piggybacks with, you know, everything's fully adjustable all the way around, top and bottom compression, rebound, spring tension, everything. So pick these up. They're going to go on, of course, my Razor. I am running the rear high lifter lift springs all the way around for the silver on the 50-inch shocks with 1-inch hockey puck spacers and the S conversion drop brackets. But supposedly these shocks are 2 inches longer than what I'm running here. But what I'm going to end up doing is actually taking off the drop brackets and I'm going to run them straight. So just from mount to mount, factory mounts. With that being said, I should gain a total of about 2 inches more ground clearance, 2 inches higher than what you're seeing now. And what I'm gonna do is actually take all my rear high lifter lift springs off and mount them onto here. That way I get rid of the red color, other than there's nothing I can do about, you know, the iodized part there or the yellow. I'm not a big fan of the yellow there, but that way I get rid of most of the red on here. It's going to match my Razor, and it's going to be a little bit beefier spring than what comes on these all around. So should help out. I think I'm going to have to add some spring spacers on this because, as you can see, they are already about maxed out. And so I don't know. Really, we just got to take off these high lifter ones and throw them on there and we'll see what happens. So I got my front shocks off, and as you can see that they are quite a bit difference in length. And but as far as the spring goes, if I throw it down there about in line with that one, they're about the same length. So, and this, I know that these are under plenty of tension while these are not. So once these actually get down and everything, they're got to be about the same length, which I'll get a video we'll see on when I pull them out. So now I got to pull these springs out, take these off, and we'll slide the new ones on. Okay, so to get back to the Razor shocks, my part finally came in that I needed. So here is one that's done, and it all fits. Turned out nice, turned out exactly what I wanted. But the issue that I was having was with this collar and that lip right there, it fits fine onto the Super ATV shock. But when you put it over to the high lifter lift spring, there's too much play right here. So I mean, that's big a gap. That's how much it'll move. So same thing with the upper spot there. So what I needed to do was basically get a spacer built or made. So I ended up finding a bag of these. It's a 2-inch inside diameter and a 3-inch outside. And all that's going to do is act as my new seat. So now the spring is evenly spaced out around there and also on the collar. You need to do that for the bottom and the top. And then that's pretty much all you need to do. Like I said, this is a rear high lifter lift spring. This is the stock one. I know that they make upgraded ones for this, which I don't really see how much more it could be from the lift spring. Plus they're silver. They're a little bit beat up, but they're silver, so it's going to match my Razor a little bit better. And also they are rear lift springs all the way around. So that's all that was needed to make them fit on these Phantom shocks. And there you go. Like I said, just something to help seat fully on the new spring, give this new spring somewhere to sit onto. Once this actually has compression on there, it won't move around as much. At least that one hasn't moved around a bit. I'm actually hammered into space so everything's nicely seated and even. And that is where we're going to leave it for that. We're just going to do that to the rest of them. I still got to take those springs off, put it on the the new ones. I'll probably leave the upper little tender spring there, even though the thing's fully compressed anyways from the get-go. But whatever, it's on there for a reason, I guess. So yeah, I'm just gonna finish this out and get back to it. But before I finish up the shock install, which I have, everything is just right, throwing on some new lower ball joints and brake pads in the rear. And well, this is the rear setup. I might have to go back and add a collar to it later because I'm pretty well maxed out on threads, and it's still sagging, you know, just a little bit. I think maybe half an inch or so, but I might have to go back and add a spacer. But I also went in and modified the exhaust. The big one was too loud, this one's too quiet, it sounds like crap. So I went in, took the cap off, drilled in 2 bigger holes, and cut on the back side of this. I cut it flush. So now it's just all the way through. It won't pack up with mud because of the material and stuff. It won't get any louder, it won't get any quieter. It's a perfect little tone. So not much louder than stock, but just enough, and better free flowing. Alright, so there we go. There's the added ground clearance. I know, you're probably thinking I got portals and everything with the mount that I've got. I mean, probably what, 26, 20, 28 inches of ground clearance, but no. All stock locations, just piggyback shocks. I don't know, it's like 17 inches or something like that. More ground clearance than I had. Everything's still at a great angle, still not binding. Plus I got a smoother ride with the piggybacks. So I'm about 2 inches higher than what I was. Couldn't be happier.